Welcome. Oh gosh, the moon is right outside the window. This is perfect. Let's tap in. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Anonnie's Temple. Welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess for the prophecy reading. You all should be able to hear me. Where's my phone? Let me do a double check. Can I get a mic check in the chat? Can I get a mic check in the chat, please? Let me double check, make sure that the sound is good, and then we will get started on this day. Right after the full moon in Capricorn. Right after the full moon in Capricorn. There we go. Okay. So it seems like the sound is good. I'm going to have some of my water. And we're going to tap in and see what the moon would like for me to deliver on this day. You know, what's really interesting right off the bat, there's a particular star that is right next to the moon. Not right next to it, but it's glowing at about, I'd say 4 o'clock. Yeah. You know, like when you have a standard clock, it's glowing right in the spot where it's like there's the number 4 for 4 o'clock. Maybe that's significant here. Something could be happening at 4 o'clock for you, or something will be revealed around 4 o'clock. I could see the moon so clearly. I could even see the darker spots on the moon right now. Full moon in Capricorn. There's an exchange of funds happening. 2 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. You may need to travel or to go somewhere to pick up those funds, but that's okay. I feel like that is the least of your worries and that's the least of your problems. I feel here like lately I was getting this energy of hopping, skipping, and jumping, like the Fool energy. You know, like how they say, I'm hopping, I'm skipping, I'm jumping all the way to the bank. Or it's just that someone is very cheerful, very happy. Check out the star energy literally showing themselves as I was talking about the star here. Very nice. I feel here it's like hopping, skipping, and jumping to the bank. Yeah, look, 10 of Pentacles. Or hopping, skipping, and jumping because something happened and you're feeling light and happy. I'm hearing light on your feet. 2 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles. What comes with you receiving this money is also you ending something or blocking some type of road. I'm hearing as well creating a boundary. This money also, because of the magnitude of it, helps you. And it also is teaching you this lesson of putting a boundary surrounding yourself. You could be a very giving person or a very generous person, but 2 of Swords is telling me to tell you that you should serve yourself or support yourself first and what your needs are first before you open up the phone book to let everybody know about all of this money that you received. Hey! What's up, Milky? New subscriber. Thank you. Good sunrise. Happy sunrise. Look, there's a message, documentation, a lottery ticket. You've won something here. Okay? I'm going to turn this other light out. Give me a second. So we can get the ambiance we need with the moon energy. You see this glow? This is from the moon and from the computer. Oh, and let me light the incense here. And let's get in our prayer. So let's check the aura. How's it looking? The aura's looking white. We still got a little bit of purple there. How's the aura? Thank you all for joining me at Anonnie's Temple. Thank you for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess for the prophecy reading. You can call me Anonnie. I am a tarot reader, channeler, and intuitive for divine source and Christ consciousness energy. Thank you for joining me on this day. Glory be to the highest creator of all things, most high divine creator, benevolent angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians. I receive your messages with clarity. I deliver them with integrity, and I feel them with love. Ashe. All right, y'all, let's get into it. You said, is a free reading possible? If so, please help me. Just send me an email. Send me an email. I can answer one question for you and I'll let you know what I get. Here, I'll put the email in the chat, okay? Yeah, send me an email. That's okay. All right, let's see what else is happening here with the full moon energy. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. So what else can you show me about this exchange of finances or this exchange of money that's happening? Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Rods. I feel here with this money, some of you will make a decision to open a business and to be like the head or the CEO of a business. With this money, you may also become the head or the CEO of a particular company. I'm seeing here that there's a higher position that you'll hold at a particular organization. You may end up being on the board of an organization. I'm also hearing the board of education. There was no competition, whatever this position is. Five of Rods and the Seven of Rods Five of Rods reversed and the Seven of Rods upright. There's something trippy that's happening, like an energy is trying to interfere. We rebuke that. Okay. Five of Rods in the reverse to the Seven of Rods upright literally means that you've outdone the competition, that you have stood above and beyond what expectations are. You have outperformed yourself, so to speak, or you continuously keep getting better and better. And even though there's competition, or even though there was conflict or drama, you still stood on your priorities. It's like you still stood on your principles and your values. Okay? You didn't lose yourself along the way to getting this money. What else do you want to show me, moon energy? What else do you want to show me? Three of Pentacles again. So let's talk about what this organization is, or this. I'm hearing consult. I'm seeing a small company that makes a lot of money. So that it doesn't need a lot of workers, or it doesn't need a lot of employees. There's something here about how in this company or this organization, a lot of things are automated. And so there only needs to be really a handful of people. And I'm also hearing that it's not production-based. It's not a production-based company. So they don't need factory workers or employers. Show me more, please. Okay. Okay, so this is what they're saying here. With the Emperor. For someone in this situation, Page of Rods is in the reverse, and then there's the Ten of Coins. Page of Rods in the reverse means that there's like bad news, something that it's something that you don't want to hear. And it's about this 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you. We have the 4 of Pentacles clarifying the 3. There is an account of yours that has money in it, that actually has a savings in it. And I feel like I'm seeing here something along the lines of there being so much money in this account that the bank has something to do with this, or the bank was trying to hold on to the money. They didn't want to release the money. There's something here about a transfer happening with this account, and the bank flagged it. Page of Rods reverse. The bank flagged some type of transaction that someone could have attempted with this account. About this money. And because this account got flagged, now it's on lockdown. And I'm hearing that it's a savings account. And because this account is on lockdown and they're showing me red, like it's highlighted in red, like there's a threat to it. Interesting. My back is itchy. Like there's a threat to the account, or like it's on lockdown. And when this happens to the account, an automatic letter or email or a message gets sent out to whoever the account owner is. But they didn't anticipate this happening. And this letter is addressed to you, the star. Let's see what else is here. Can you clarify the star and the message for me? Thank you, Moon Energy. Clarify the star and the message. Someone involved could be a Capricorn. Show me star and the message, please. The Chariot in the reverse, that's a delay. That's a delay. This is also like a false change of address form. Something happened here where this bank or this organization sent the letter out or sent the email out, whatever this was that had information about this account, and it got, I heard buoyed. That's weird. It got buoyed back to them. I don't know if this letter had to like cross over the sea, or it was trying to be delivered by a ferry or by a boat or something. But that's what happens. It's like they sent it out, but it got returned back to them because of some type of false address, or because you don't live at an address. Like how they wrote it down. I'm hearing like how they said so. Someone said that you lived at an address that you don't live at. Show me more, please. Okay. Yeah, we have the Ace of Rods, but they sent it out again. You know what happens here? There's some type of like protocol that they had to follow because the letter didn't make it to the destination. And because of this protocol, then I feel here like they need to increase their efforts to get in contact with you. Hey, the Lovers here. 9 of Swords. Interesting. Hey, Namira. Good sunrise. Hey, everyone. Let's talk about this money. We have the Lovers again with the Strength card here. So show me this Ace of Rods. So whatever first communication it was, it didn't reach you. But then they sent it out again. So show me what happens after they sent it out again. Oh, wow. Ace of Rods to the Eight of Rods. So whatever the second attempt is, whatever number attempt that it is to get in contact with you, it works. It works out. The Knight of Cups, they get in contact with you. And you know what's interesting here is they're telling me that this bank or this organization is so stressed out that they feel like there are, I heard a heavy wager or something. It's like if they don't get in contact with you, this bank ends up having a very large issue that they don't want on their hands, that they don't want to be involved with. So it's like in order to even save their own behind, this bank is ensuring that they get in contact with you. It's like they're guaranteeing it. And they do. Okay, so they are getting in contact with you. They are contacting you. Okay. So what can you tell us? What do you want to tell us next then? What do you want to show us next, Most High? Thank you, Divine. Whoa, look at this. Now the Page of Pentacles came out on the reversed on top of the star. Show me this. With the Four of Rods in the reversed, your family did not tell you this. Either your family or some masculine energy. Because we have the Knight of Cups with the King of Cups here. A masculine energy who's a water sign. They're showing me how this King of Cups could be this worker or this like telephone worker. That's what they're telling me. Like a bank worker on the telephone who calls you. That's who that King of Cups is. Five of Cups, 10 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. I'll get into it. So they're telling me what the delay was here, because these pages are in the reversed. There was good news you were meant to receive, that this money is released to you, or it's time for this money to be yours. I'm hearing like a time-sensitive release in some type of way. Like perhaps a family member had a bunch of money in a savings account. They wanted it to be released to you when you turned 18 or when you turned 30 or when you turned a certain age. This letter was delivered to a family home, and whoever was living there at that time, I heard they took it. Show me what they did. What did they do with this letter the first time? They tried to deliver it. What did they do with this letter? I'm hearing undeliverable. Yeah, look. Welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess. The Knight of Pentacles and the Death card here. I don't know what type of game they were playing with this letter, but it was undeliverable. But I feel that that was on purpose. Knight of Pentacles to the Death card is like it gets sent around and around and around, but it never gets to where it's meant to be. It never gets to the destination that it was supposed to. So what did Two of Swords. Because it couldn't be delivered for some reason. Why couldn't this letter? Yeah, look. There's the letter and there's the Two of Swords. It's almost like in some way, I'm hearing that somebody wouldn't open the door even. So you know how sometimes when you deliver or you send very important mail through the postal system, sometimes it'll require a signature or like it has to be handed off face to someone. In some of your cases, whoever lived there, they just wouldn't open the door so that it could be delivered. It was that simple. Okay. Show me a bit more. What happens with this family Page of Pentacles in the reversed? Why wasn't it delivered? Four of Cups. Because they didn't want you to have it. That's literally, is it that simple most time? The Sun, it's that simple. It was good news for you and they didn't want you to have it. So they either acted like they weren't home, or they acted like you don't live there. Or it was like for some of you, I'm getting something about like changing your address so often that the letter never actually arrives because it keeps getting like, it keeps getting like recirculated back into the mailing system. It's like as soon as it registers that you're at a different address, then the mailing system would go to that address, but then they would change it again so it would get recirculated again. Okay. They're telling me that the perspective they want you to have on this situation is that the fight or the issue or the conflict is resolved. That's the perspective, that's the frequency and the emotional state that they want you to hold on to in this situation, because it is resolved. I'm just telling you about the issues that happened before this letter got to you or before they were able to get in communication with you. Okay? King of Swords to the Four of Swords. Yeah, I'm just giving you downloads and information here. Okay? I'm letting you know the truth of the situation. Okay. Show me Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. What's this organization about? Queen of Swords reversed. Six of Wands in the upright. For this company. Well, someone is pissed off about something. I heard a violation. Like a code of conduct violation. So this Queen of Swords in the reversed is, give me the word, give me a second. This Queen of Swords in the reversed is an inspector. Like a code of conduct inspector who visited this organization. And something happened. I don't know how this Queen of Swords found out about your letter or about your bank account or your money. They're telling me this Queen of Swords reversed did an inspection or an investigation into this bank, and they found out that the bank was actually collecting serious amounts of interest off of the untouched money in your account. And they were just kind of washing their hands of the responsibility to inform you of the money that's in this account, because if you took it out or if you spent it, they wouldn't receive the interest that they need to stay afloat, I'm hearing. So this Queen of Swords in the reversed, I feel like they're in the reversed because they're pissed off about this code of conduct violation. Because the Six of Rods here is like, no, you need to go do what's right. I see what happened here. Six of Rods is being put on a platform, being seen by an audience. And it also represents victory after the fight has resolved itself. Queen of Swords reverse is coming across as someone who's like, fix this or there will be bigger issues. Okay. Queen of Cups. Yeah. You see this person, whoever did this investigation, they're really a Queen of Cups. They're very kind-hearted. They're a very nice person, someone you can trust. But when they get in the reversed, it's like, I'm hearing hell on wheels, which is interesting. But because this investigator is in the reversed, she's very angry because I feel here like this is so serious that if the issue doesn't get resolved immediately, there are like very serious consequences. And I feel like there are very serious legal consequences because this is swords energy. Okay, show me more of what happened at this organization, please. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, look, 10 of Swords. To the Hermit. Interesting. What else happened at... They're telling me there's been a violation with this organization in terms of due diligence. The Hermit to the 10 of Swords. They're telling me it's like maybe they took 2 steps, but that's it. There's an ignorance here, but also like, I don't know how else to say it. It's like critically underperforming in the job that they were supposed to do. And because they underperformed, somebody else's life or livelihood was at stake. That's the issue here. Because they didn't follow through, whoever's money this is, their livelihood was at stake. And so because of their idiocy, that's what I'm hearing. Because of their idiocy, now they can be implicated in very serious crimes. I'm hearing a crime against humanity. Okay. They said one more. Thank you. Yeah, Ace of Cups. They're happy with the message. This is for the Empress energy. So this is divine receptivity. So you showing up as the Empress energy in this reading means that there isn't anything necessarily you have to do to receive this letter or anything you have to do to receive this money. You're already sitting on the throne to receive it. The Lover's energy keeps coming out and I'm not sure why. So let's see what else is going to come out here. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm happy that this message is coming through because I feel like it's about time for this timeline to close out. Yeah, 8 of Coins to the 10 of Coins here. I feel like it's time for this timeline and this part of the prophecy to close out about like family members who took your inheritance or about like ethical violations and like legal proceedings, like suing people for harm or things like this. I feel like it's time for this timeline to close out. So I'm happy to see that this is happening for you. Yeah, thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Because I think it's about time that we've been able to move on from any stress or drama or even trauma that was endured because of whoever stole this inheritance and because of whatever organization bottomed out here. Okay. Tarot of the Divine, what would you like to show me? Moon energy, what would you like to show me? Thank you. I'm hearing the name Clarissa. Okay, so we have the Queen of Coins and the Sun. Beautiful energy. The Wheel of Fortune, this is your timeline. Okay, so I don't even think that you're questioning it because I'm not seeing that here. So get ready and be prepared. I'm hearing to see the synchronicities of this happening. The synchronicities of this happening are showing up in your life now. I feel like from this day forward, Okay? You'll receive synchronicities about this letter, about the bank, about the message, about your family, about the relationship. Okay? This is going to put you in such a great mood. And I feel here like this will really cast out any shadows or issues that you've been having surrounding finances. Because the Queen of Pentacles is now in the Sun energy. She's feeling all right. Everything is already stable. You're on the timeline of stability. And so that's why this is happening. Yeah, that's why this is happening. Death to the Five of Pentacles. Your time of poverty is done. It's over. Death to the Five of Coins. Like there's no more being left out in the cold here. Four of Wands. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Whatever family members this was who did this to you, like who held this letter back or who made sure that, who did whatever they could to make sure that it didn't get to you. You know, here's the thing. I don't really wish this on people, Four of Cups, but I'm going to try to say part of this message. Let's say that it took a couple of decades or several years for this money to get to you. Okay? That's the amount of time and then some that this family can expect for themselves to feel left out in the cold, like they have nothing, like their stability is constantly being compromised. Okay? Like they don't have any money. That's what I'm saying. Death to the Five of Coins is like, either on one end, it's showing me that on one end of the spectrum, it means that someone's time of poverty and feeling left out in the cold or feeling like you don't have enough is done and over. On the other end of the spectrum, with the Four of Rods here, it shows me that someone may be so left out in the cold that it may not end well for them. Okay. What else do you want to show me here? Can you show me more about like this letter and how it arrives or what the letter is about? Thank you, Most High. Thank you, High Self. Thank you. Ace of Cups on top of Ace of Cups, honey. I feel like you knew that this was coming in some way. Your heart space could feel that this was coming. At the start of this new year, you probably could have felt a lot more relaxed and you didn't know why. Ace of Cups is like, thank you for showing me what's right in the world. Like, thank you for showing me that because I've shown up to others and in my life, living by such like positive virtues, living like I'm a good person, like trying to always do my best to like love myself and to love other people. Thank you for showing me how this has paid off. Because, you know, spiritually, I feel like there's some type of moral competition between you and these family members or this Four of Wands energy. Like they took everything that they possibly could from you to try to change your heart. And you've come out of this you've come out of this energy with them and onto this timeline with the Sun energy and all of this money and prosperity, and you still have your good heart intact. That's why this message is yours, I'm hearing. Whatever's in this letter, I feel like it makes you really happy. And it brings in this energy of fulfillment for you, like your life, you can do with it what you please. You can satisfy your heart's desires now. It's this energy of like, you know, since I was a kid, I've always wanted a horse. And now I have plenty of money to purchase a horse and to purchase a horse range or a little ranch and to go riding whenever I please. It's like this, it's like the type of money that lets you fulfill childhood wishes and desires that they took from you, right? So to speak. Like I don't want to say like people keep taking from you and you're a victim. I feel like this is quite the opposite. This is like the most empowered timeline. Okay? Six of Wands with your victory. Do you want to show us anything else that's in the letter? Okay, thank you. Ace of Cups and the Lovers. There it is. So what's this Lovers energy about? Especially with Ace of Cups. What's this Lovers energy about? Eight of Coins. Show me this Lovers energy. The Magician. Huh. Okay. The Star again. So this is about you. And the Nine of Wands on top of the Hermit. Seven of Cups and the Knight of Coins. So I don't 100% know, of course, what is written in this letter, but what they're showing me is how this letter makes you feel. Okay? Number one, I feel like you have been manifesting some type of relief because all of the work that you've been putting into something for so many years has kind of reached a plateau or a threshold where in order for you to be more successful or for you to break through a glass ceiling, you may need more finances. The Hermit and the Nine of Rods is like the Most High is telling me that you've taken something as far as it can possibly go. That's what I'm getting here. And you've taken something as far as it could possibly go, working on your own. So you've called in for a manifestation that allows you to expand. Eight of Coins, the Magician, the Star. And I feel here like with this money, it like supports you double fold to make even more of something that you could have even imagined. What I'm receiving here, there could be a particular person who joins you along the way. But I feel here something that's truly like a wish that you have always wanted to do, something that you've always wanted to do. Like I keep getting something about a horse. Like maybe somebody's always wanted to take care of horses, but it didn't pay enough, or you didn't have enough money for the training. Maybe somebody always wanted to be in the culinary industry, but you needed the training. This money helps you to fulfill your heart's desires here and to do it at your leisure. And what's interesting, I bet here in the opposite direction with this Hermit energy and the Nine of Wands, before this money came to you, you were working your ass off to get this wish fulfilled. You put in the work, this blood, I'm hearing like the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and you did it all on your own. So I feel here like the reward is you being able to build levels 1 through 15 because you worked your ass off to just build the ground foundation. This is the type of energy where it's like someone was smart enough to put all of their hard work, labor, and efforts into the first half of their life so that for the rest of their life, they get to live in luxury and leisure. Okay? Yeah, the Fool and the Chariot. Okay, let's try Joie de Vivre, and then I think I'm going to close this out soon. We have the Page of Coins and the Moon. So what else does the Moon want to say? Ace of Coins and the Moon. Yeah. I feel here like you have the sun and the moon on your side to bring this in as a manifestation for you. And you know how people say like, oh, you have physical protection, you have spiritual protection, but I feel here it's like really acknowledging the magnitude of having an entire celestial body, right? Because the sun is a living being. All of the planets are living beings. To have something with so much of a gravitational pull in this reality, the moon and the sun, ensuring that this comes to light and ensuring that what was done in the dark comes to light. In some ways, yeah, interesting. I don't know. I'm hearing in some ways it's like the earth is revolving to ensure that this takes place for you. Okay, that's what I heard. Knight of Cups and the moon, yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. I don't know what else to ask about this situation. It seems pretty straightforward. So let's see. Is there anything I missed, Most High? Is there anything I missed or anything else you want me to share? The Wheel of Fortune. So maybe they want to talk about timing. 2 Wheel of Fortunes here. That's luck. It's not going to be missed. You're right on track. This letter or this communication is right on track to you. We have the 9 of Wands. Show me. Persevering. And then we have the 7 of Wands. There's more of a message here about how you should be proud of yourself for how you persevered as one person against many. I'm hearing 1v20. It's a lyric in a Kendrick Lamar song. How does it go? It's like, it's not 20v1, it's 1v20. Like, I think that's what he says. But then there's an acknowledgement here by the fates, so to speak, with the wheel energy here. I'm hearing like the fates of time, or the energy that controls time. Believe it or not, in your blueprint, before you entered into your incarnation, you actually also spoke with these celestial bodies and these energies of the fates, right? The forces, the unseen forces that also run this reality, right? Like, for example, death energy is an unseen force that runs this reality because no thing can avoid it, right? But no one can actually take their hand out and grasp it, so to speak. I feel here like you made a deal or you collaborated, like, it's a weird way to say it, but I feel here like you made an agreement with the fates of time that if you were able to persevere over a certain period of physical time and you were able to overcome whatever was trying to come against you during this time period, then you would receive this timeline where you receive this money. Okay? That's what the fates of time want you to know. 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands. You had to... There are many ways that I can say this, especially with the wheel energy. You had to overcome and persevere karma and enemies that other people in the bloodline weren't able to overcome. That's why you've been able to unlock the treasure chest, which is what I'm hearing. Okay? 9 of Wands and 5 of Swords is like, we're going to throw it at you. I feel here the agreement that you made with the force of time was like, over these 10 years, 12 years for some of you, we're going to throw everything that we can at you, everything in the kitchen sink, to see how you're going to persevere, how you're going to navigate it, to see if you're going to keep your faith and not look behind you, lest ye turn to salt. That's what they're saying here. And I feel here with the Seven of Wands, yeah, Five of Cups too, and on the fence, there was a lot of loss that you experienced. And the loss that you experienced was at the hands of other people with the Five of Swords here, who wanted to overpower your energy. Okay? With the Seven of Wands showing up, it's the confirmation that you have stood above it all. Above all of the efforts, above all of these little wands that they were trying to hit you with, above the peanut gallery and their little annoying ass kids, okay? You've stood above and beyond it all, and now you're out of their reach. And that's the timeline you're receiving. I'm hearing that you have received. Anything else, Fates? Yeah, Six of Coins. I feel here a very pompous energy, which is kind of adorable. But I feel here like there's this, like a formal ceremony where this is being handed to you by the fates, by time. Can you show me this about making a deal with time? Yeah, Three of Cups, Page of Cups. It's a celebration in the spirit. And in the physical, because I think that this is a lot of money, honey. So can you show me anything else about this agreement? Because I feel like that's fascinating. The agreement that was made. Eight of Rods, yeah. It was telepathic. Of course, you're not using words to speak with the with the fates or with Father Time or whatever. However, he wants me to call him that. Okay, he wants me to call him that. Okay, but I feel here like there was some type of telepathic communication between you and a greater force that told you if you can persevere and keep it pushing through all of this turmoil, people coming against you, people bullying you, targeting you. And I even feel like with the Five of Cups here, it's like working through loss, grief, upset, depression. If you're able to persevere and make it through all of this, you're going to get the big prize. Six of Coins. And I feel here like nobody else, or what I'll say here is this prize and what you receive puts you in the stratosphere. That's weird. It puts you in the stratosphere. Like it puts you, what the fuck? What the hell kind of Elysium energy is this? It puts you in the stratosphere where it's like you're above and beyond people's normal problems. Oh shit. Okay. Strength card. Oh, okay. That's a weird way to put it. But that's what they said. Okay. They said I can close the message out now. Yeah, Page of Coins. Get ready. Is there any advice on how the Divine Collective can get ready? Any advice on how you can get ready? The Tower. No, honey. That's so funny. No, honey, there's no advice there. It's a tower. It's happening anyway. Okay? It's happening anyway. Yeah. Look. Wow. Wow. I'm going to end the message here. Okay? We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, representing the Most High, but also forces of the universe and someone who's in a position of power at the top of an organization. That's the Hierophant energy here. Okay? They bring us back to the beginning with the Page of Coins and the Page of Wands and the Tower. So there's nothing you need to do to get ready to receive this because it's already ready for you. Okay? So get, what do I say for you here? Have a cup of tea, watch a good show, enjoy your life, because I feel like you're about to become a bit uppity. Not gonna lie. I feel like you're about to change your social status in a very significant way. Okay? So there's nothing that you need to do. Most High Priestess, the Hierophant and the Ace of Wands, Most High is handling it. Okay? And you know that this is coming. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do final messages from all of the decks. Then I'm going to close this out. Thank you all for joining me. Look, there you are again. Queen of Coins to the Empress, the rightful inheritor. Yeah, 5 of Coins. They knew this. This is some serious shit. I don't know what you've been through, but there have been people around you who have literally, people around you, this 5 of Swords energy, and I feel like they're not showing themselves because they're no longer important. Because this has already been decided. It's already happening. The tower has already hit. But I got to tell you, whoever was doing this to you, these are people who are intentionally keeping you poor. And I'm not just talking about poor. I feel like this is like not giving you the money that you need, not giving you the stability that you needed. And I feel here like they took several approaches where they wanted you to be financially unstable and emotionally unstable. Because we all, not all of us, but we know that when your money is messed up, you're not walking around all that jolly and happy and shit. You know what I mean? I feel here like these enemies literally had their time to manifest a trap for you where you felt so left out in the cold, you felt like you never deserved anything good. Their time is up. Yeah, strength. You overcame that. Their time is up. Okay? Is that it, Most High? Yeah, 6 of Swords. You're moving on to peace. You're moving on from the 5 of Swords energy, right? To peace. You may want to keep when you move or when you go somewhere or when you travel, maybe just keep it hidden for a little bit so you can truly relax. Okay? All right, who's next? Who's next? Oh, Tarot of the Divine. Thank you, Divine. Tarot of the Divine. Final messages, please. The Fool. This is a new beginning for you. And once more, this is a new timeline. 7 of Coins. Oh, okay. Okay, the wood's gonna start flying. Thank you. Yeah, and then we have the 10 of Coins again at the bottom of the deck. Tarot of the Divine is saying that you needed this, honey, because you were going round and around in your head on how to invest, on how to spend your time. I feel here like the energy that you were in before this inheritance came to you, before this inheritance is gifted to you, was like you trying many different things, but always reaching like a plateau or like a threshold where you didn't know how to get past it because that required a specific number or like a specific number of an investment. And so I see you here in 8 of Swords energy trying to figure out, like, how do I get past this? Like, do I get a grant? Do I get a loan? Do I do this? Do I do that? I feel here like the actual true answer is none of those things. You don't need a loan. You don't need a grant. In fact, you're on this new timeline and you're going to take the leap of faith to invest your own money back into your own self. Okay? And final messages, joie de vivre. Thank you. 7 of Cups reversed. Yeah, get ready for clarity. Ooh. Ooh, child. Okay. Anything else? Page of Swords reversed. Oh, geez. Okay, we're going to close this out soon. Because the Queen of Wands, King of Cups. Okay, this is what I'm going to say because I'm getting crabs in a barrel type of energy. Because then we have a King of Cups and an Emperor who's coming out too. So there are many different messages here, but I'm going to put the romance messages to the side just for a minute. Okay? The final message from the Joie de Vivre is the Seven of Cups in the reversed. So expect to receive clarity about some holes in the plot line. Some things that didn't exactly make sense. You could kind of see around them, but you couldn't see through it. And it has to do with this Seven of Swords, someone stealing from you. Okay? And to be honest, I feel here like this person and whatever it is and whatever they stole from you is the least of your concerns, really. Because I feel like you receiving this money is just kind of like, yeah, send them to jail, send them to prison. I don't care. Like I feel here like how do I say this here? I feel like whatever this energy is and whoever these people are that stole from you, Five of Cups in the reverse to the Page of Swords in the reverse, like they're going to be destitute. And I feel like that's for real. And they're going to look to you and say, oh, well, you have this money. Can you help us? Can you do this for us? Can you, like, I know that all of this happened, but we're family. We shouldn't do this to each other. There's like a moral corruption or like moral injury here. That's what I'm hearing, like moral injury. And to be honest, I feel like you're going to turn back and look at these people with the strength energy, a strength in loving yourself that they have never even seen from you. And you're going to say, no, sorry, I can't help you. Like you did this, you stole, you did all of this in the dark. You did this in smoke and mirror energy. You did this and tried to keep it hidden from me for so many years. And now you feel like you want mercy. Strength card here. I'm going to leave that final decision up to you. All right. I'm going to close out the energy of this reading. They said that they want me to ring the bell, but it's not. Oh, here it is. I'm going to close out the energy of this reading. Thank you all for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess for the prophecy reading. Thank you for joining me on the service on this day. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can email me. I have my email in the description box, and it would be lovely to hear from you. All right. I'm going to close out the energy of this reading, Most High Divine. I close the portals I have been looking within and through. We claim these positive and brilliant inheritances for our own selves by thy right and by thy will, divine creator of all things. Thank you, Most High Divine Creator. Close out the energy of this reading. Ashe. All right, y'all. I hope that this was helpful. I send love, 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 and I will see you in the next one, and y'all be good. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. See you. You're welcome.